19 years ago, a god above the clouds was introduced to us for the first time. A legendary Pokemon with a shiny form so iconic, most can only ever dream of capturing it. But today I had one goal, and that goal was to find that shiny form no matter how long it takes. Oh yeah, and I guess I don't have a Master Ball either, huh? Alright, look, let me give you guys a quick backstory on how I actually ended up finding this shiny Rayquaza. It was a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon, so naturally I was inside playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch with my brother. After I ended his entire career, I sat there on my couch wondering what to do with my life for a few minutes. So I decided to try my luck with a few resets on ol' Ray Ray. I didn't plan on playing much Pokemon today, mostly just passing the time until I decided on what else I wanted to do. And then, on my very first encounter of the day... Yeah, so let's just say that the me who fought this Rayquaza in this battle at that time was even less mentally prepared than I normally am. And if you know me at all, you know that is not a good sign. Also, I talked to Beatrice again, she's my shiny Latias, and unfortunately she said it's still her turn to use the Master Ball, so we're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna keep it real, the Reggies have not let me down yet. Each one of them knows Zap Cannon, and it's a guaranteed paralysis in addition to doing some damage. It's great. And with the move Lock On, Zap Cannon is a guaranteed hit, so all I have to do is just lock on to Rayquaza, and he's gone. Okay, so Rayquaza knows Fly, which is a little annoying because he's really fast, so he dodges a lot of the moves that my Pokemon throw out. But it's not a big deal, it's mostly just annoying, does a little bit of damage, and we can always just use a move when he's in the sky and hit him on the next turn. So that's exactly what I did. I locked on, Zap Cannoned him, and was able to paralyze him and do some nice chip damage with a crit. So far, a nice start to a strategy that is going to be really consistent. I want to keep Rayquaza paralyzed and decently low health as long as possible while I trick a Lepid Berry onto him and skill swap Harvest to let him continually eat a Lepid Berry and never run out of moves. So I switched to my Exeggutor ready to skill swap the ability Harvest over to Rayquaza, and he flies, which that will kill me. So I actually ended up switching to my big tank, the big dog, Bronzong. This switch actually ended up working out in my favor because I have Confuse Ray on Bronzong, so I was able to confuse him and paralyze him, so now he has a really low chance to actually use a move on my Pokemon, which allows my lower levels like Exeggutor and Banette to use their move instead of the strategy. And this is usually around the time where something comes back to bite me in the butt, and of course, I had forgotten that Rayquaza knows rest. This was going to change some things, so it looks like I had to turn my brain on after all. So Rayquaza ends up hitting the sack. What does that mean for me in my strategy? Well, it has some positives and some negatives. First of all, poor Registeel's work went to waste because now he's full health and the paralysis is gone. So the consistency is lost. And I'm not a fan of things being inconsistent, especially after my struggles with previous legendary Pokemon. But this does actually have some positives. Well, for one, sleep is a slightly higher catch rate than paralysis, so I guess I could throw some balls at it while it's sleeping, but on an even better note, I could actually get a free turn-in with my Exeggutor and Banette, who are lower levels. So I took advantage of this and switched to my Exeggutor immediately, and actually set up Skill Swap for free thanks to Rayquaza's rest. So of course it sucks that Rayquaza's now at full health, and he's gonna wake up soon, but at least now I have the first half of my plan to get Rayquaza to never struggle done. So to start the second half of my plan, I switched in Berry Bonds to trick the Lepid Berry to Rayquaza, and he woke up and sat me right back down. But with another round of Lock On, Zap Cannon, resting, and then switching back to Banette, I finally caught Rayquaza asleep and was able to trick the Lepid Berry onto him to guarantee he will never run out of PP again. So, ironically, I started running out of PP, trying to make Rayquaza stop resting. Let me explain. Now, look, I'm all for Rayquaza going to sleep, but he heals himself to full health, and then he wakes up and kills my whole team. He's strong and fast. This is tough, and I wanted to just keep him paralyzed. Now, here's where it gets awkward. My Zap Cannon will paralyze Rayquaza, which is good, but it damages him, which is bad, because then he can use Rest, which will then overwrite the paralysis, making him go to sleep, which is good, but sleep only lasts a couple turns, which is bad. Basically, I just want him paralyzed. I don't want to worry about resting, sleeping, waking up. I just want to throw balls and not worry about anything. But the only time Rest fails is if Rayquaza's at full HP and Zap Cannon damages him, so how could I possibly get him to stop resting and keep him paralyzed? Well, you might have forgotten about the one little trick I always keep up my sleeve. That's right, Beatrice knows heal pulse, so as long as Rayquaza doesn't rest, I can heal him up, and he rested. Well, I wanted to heal Rayquaza up myself so he couldn't rest, but he stayed paralyzed. It didn't work, and so I had to restart everything, and therefore was basically back to square one. My Registeel was low on moves, and on my last Zap Cannon, I attacked Rayquaza, hit him, but he was still asleep, and I didn't even paralyze him. I just forgot and tried to paralyze him while he was already asleep. I was just down horrendous at this point. So I used some of my last Lepa berries to refresh my PP, and he rested again, and this time I realized I shouldn't Zap Cannon him because it's not going to do anything, so I actually had a free turn. So I realized I might as well start throwing Pokeballs during these rest turns because there's nothing really else I can do to set up the strategy. And for sure on Rayquaza, my goal was Luxury Balls. I have 177, and I'm willing to throw them all to catch this guy in a Luxury Ball. So I got ready to throw one, and I was thinking about what to do next in my plan, and... Whoa, wait. Why is the music... I haven't even thrown a ball yet. I'm still doing the preparations for... Are you serious? Well, that was the most out-of-nowhere legendary catch I've ever had. First encounter of the day, Shiny, and first ball thrown, caught in a Luxury Ball. Look, all I'm saying is Twitter saw it first because I freaked out because it was first encounter. Be sure to subscribe, we're almost at 40k, and you know what comes after 40k, 40,001. That could be you. Let me know what you guys want to see me hunt next. I'll just be here with my Shiny Rayquaza, so yeah, you can click this video and head on out. There's nothing else that's going to happen. So, yeah, just click this one and I'll be here with my Shiny Rayquaza, so leave. Like, the video is here, just click it. Nothing's happening. Why are you still here?